Now it is.
Oh, now it is. Happy New Year, everybody. Just thought I'd come back on and do some final prepping for our Appy night for New Year's Eve. Just steaming up the rest of the bao buns here. Gonna get them on the plate. And then we'll get some other things going and then I'll assemble them. Things will go much smoother now that I have my videographer back. Pardon me if anyone was privy to my live earlier today where I dropped the camera twice.
I heard about it, but I wasn't able to see it. Happy New Year to everybody.
That's because I decided to delete that live. Too sweet. Okay, just need to bring these over here. Cover them up just a little bit, just so they don't dry out. Oh, hi.
Hi. I'm here to help and be your videographer and
be in my way.
Be in your way a little bit for sure.
Just taking that out because I just rewarmed the cochinita from the other night. Clear that off. Okay, so let's get making some things, why don't we? Aaron, while you're hanging out.
I'm hanging out.
Would you mind dicing an avocado? So just half the avocado diced and the other half of the avocado in nice thin slices.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So I actually am making, if anyone was privy to my video earlier today too, I attempted to make the bao bun dough with corn flour. That doesn't work. So I had to remake the dough with just regular flour. So I used 4 cups of all-purpose flour with 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Mix those dry ingredients together. And then in 1 cup, I used half a cup of warm water, 1.5 teaspoons of dry yeast, and 1 teaspoon of white sugar. Mix that together and set that aside to double in size. Then I also mixed in another cup, half a cup of milk, 1/4 cup of butter, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of white sugar, and 2 teaspoons of salt. And then whisked that all together, got that really well incorporated and made sure that the sugar was melted. And then I mixed both of those liquid ingredients into the dry ingredients until it formed a dough. Then I kneaded it for about 5 to 10 minutes and let it rise for an hour. Then you cut them into nice little round size pieces and then you flip them over in half, just like this. And then what you do after that is you steam them. And they make the nicest little holders for your stuff. They're so good. So we are gonna assemble those in a few minutes. What else I have going on is that I'm making some tuna ceviche. So in here, I actually have some chopped tomatoes, onion, jalapeno peppers and cucumber, and a little bit of cilantro. Then I've also got some pureed tomatillos, roasted tomatillos and poblanos, and a little bit of cumin. And I'm gonna get that going with, stepping around here, some of my tuna. I was able to stop at the fishmongers here in Sherwood Park today. Finn's Seafood. Really, really friendly local small business. And lovely to be able to support them and get some fresh fish. So here I have some fresh tuna. Oh, you're using the knife I would have used. I'll use this one instead.
You can wash it off and shave.
No, it's fine. So I'm just going to grab this piece of tuna out of here. Look at how nice it is. It's so fresh.
While she does that, as I dice the avocado, I'm just going to add a little bit of lemon juice with it. That'll keep it a little bit more green. Don't want it to have a little bit of that color change while we wait to put it on presentation.
So I'm going to get this tuna sliced nice and thin. And then we're going to make it into small bite-sized pieces and add it to the salsa fresca that I have made.
How thin do you want?
That's good. Like that thin would be perfect because they're going inside the bao.
Perfect.
So there we go. Now I'm going to cut these. My knife is not sharp enough. I should sharpen my knife first. So I'm going to show you the size of the tuna. About this size right here. And we're going to add that to the salsa fresca. Great. Thanks. So how is everyone else doing this evening? Anyone got some celebrations happening at home tonight? Curious to know what everyone else's plans are. How are you going to celebrate the end of this very, very crazy year? And yeah, what kind of appies are you going to have or meals are you going to prepare this evening? We figured because we had to stay home and there wasn't really anywhere else to go, that we'd dress up and have fun anyway. So earlier, I made some sangria with a simple syrup that I boiled down some frozen mixed berries and 1 cup of sugar. Boiled that down until it started to thicken up a little bit, then let it cool. Then I strained it, and then I was left with the most beautiful dark burgundy simple syrup. And I added 1 cup of that to a bunch of fresh fruit. I used half of a Honeycrisp apple and about half a cup of raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries, and some fresh sliced mango.
I'm coming over here just so you can see the beautiful color on that tuna. Stunning fresh tuna for our ceviche. Hi, Amanda. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you so much.
There we go. Just about have all that added. Just going to cut out that little piece so it's not so tough.
Anything else I can prepare?
Oh, you know what you can do? You can drain the, so when I was at Finn's fish market this morning, they had some absolutely gorgeous tiger prawns. So I picked up some tiger prawns and detailed them and then steamed them. And then Aaron detailed them. He wants credit for a job well done.
Credit where credit is.
So then I just steamed them and put them immediately into an ice water bath so that they would cool off right away. Because I'm going to make a shrimp cocktail with a gochujang cocktail sauce. So now, I'm gonna just mix that all together.
You want them dried?
Yes, and then I'm going to add the juice of half of a lime. you a moment, you can bring the camera back over so you can see the ceviche because it is so pretty. Such vibrant colors. I'm going to add a little bit more fresh cilantro just to liven it up a little bit.
You don't need any wine?
Not like, no. Yeah, no.
Alright.
I don't know if you noticed my subtlety and like, no, Aaron, you're doing it wrong. No.
It's weird that I did something wrong. I'll grab the camera and I'll bring that ceviche in as we incorporate the cilantro.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
So, just if you're wondering now how we're going to serve this beauty, these little cups work perfectly. These are whole grain or multi-grain Tostito cups. And yeah, if you just put a little dollop in your cup, it's like the perfect bite-sized piece of ceviche. Don't mind if I do.
What? Hey! All right, I'm going to put the camera down so I can try that too.
Okay. Yeah, so good. Just the right amount of heat from the jalapenos and the poblanos. Nice bite of citrus. And that tuna is just melt in your mouth. It's delightful. What's the verdict? So good, right?
That is perfect.
I know. So now, the ceviche is done. We'll just set that off to the side. And now, what I'm going to do, I know.
Need a new cutting board?
No, this needs to be diced just a little bit smaller because it needs to be about the same size as what's in here. And then you can add that avocado to the ceviche. Then, what am I doing?
I have no idea.
Oh, I know. We're gonna make the gochujang
I'm here to
cocktail
follow
sauce.
directions.
I know, and you're doing a great job. Need my rice wine vinegar back.
That should be alright. Not quite the same, but
Smaller anyway.
yeah.
That's good.
And you want that just into the ceviche?
Yes, please. Okay, now I'm going to make a cocktail sauce with gochujang, which is Korean red pepper paste. So we're going to add a tablespoon of that with a tablespoon of good old ketchup. Maybe 2 tablespoons. Then I'm going to add just enough rice wine vinegar to kind of reduce that gochujang. Gochujang is quite thick, it's very pasty, so the rice wine vinegar helps emulsify it just a little bit.
Just a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah, it's nice and spicy. I like it that way. So then I'm going to mix that together and I'll come show you what it looks like in just a moment.
Let me bring the camera over.
Need to wash my fingers.
I'll put it
Jang all over them.
When are you going to put it in? Is there a dish that I can get up? For sure.
You keep moving it, and I don't even know.
I'll put it here now.
I know. I don't want it there at all.
Oh,
Right now.
how about over there?
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks. It's just because I don't want to get sidetracked with other things that I have going on. If I've got too much in my way, then I can't focus on what I need to do.
Well, let's come over and see what that looks like. So this is a cocktail sauce.
This is a cocktail sauce for the shrimp. And I'm going to add just a little bit of Worcestershire sauce.
Sorry, what's that?
Worcestershire. Worcestershire? And then we're going to add a little bit of crispy chili oil. Again, I like it spicy, so about a tablespoon.
She likes it a little more spicy than others. However,
They can
on
handle
a
it.
we can all handle it. But on a sauce like this, having that extra kick is absolutely delightful.
Especially because the shrimp are so mild.
Beautiful. Okay, I'll put this back.
Okay, and so then to that, I'm going to add, oh, of course I don't have it open.
I can open it once I get this pushed back.
I did it all by myself. Look at me over.
Wow. We're turning on. This is like your New Year's resolution. I will open things.
I will open
by
my own
myself.
jar. So now to that, I'm going to add a good dollop of a nice spicy horseradish. And if you wouldn't mind, could you cut that in half and juice that for me? We're going to top it off with just a little bit of lime juice.
Just that?
Yeah. And this should be pretty good and spicy.
Smells right. Smells
Oh.
delicious.
Okay, maybe not all of that. That's quite a
It's
bit.
a little heavy. Yeah. That should be good.
Maybe a tablespoon of fresh lime juice.
Look at that for extra garnish after.
There we go. Move these to the sink. Get rid of those. And we are almost done. Now, if you wouldn't mind, what we're going to do with the shrimp is something that I'm not quite sure of. Just trying to think of how I'd like to serve them.
So I'm gonna put this bowl inside of another bowl and hang the shrimp
That's
over.
kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm also going to add a little bit. This is just a little quick slaw that I made up. Along with the cochinita that we had made the other night, I also did some pickled red onion. So in here, I just have a little bit of finely chopped greens, some purple cabbage, some carrots, a little bit of rice wine vinegar, some sesame oil, sesame seeds. That's two, yes. And then we're going to add a little bit more fresh cilantro. And this will be the slaw that goes into the bao buns with the pork. Yes. What are you looking for? You don't know. You don't know either.
I don't know. Well, this one I think is going to be too big, but
Oh,
Make
no,
a
that'll
little
be
bit of
fine.
noise.
You can put that in the center. That'll work really well.
fair enough.
Yeah, just because you never find anything that's too spicy.
We're
We're gonna add
finds anything
just
spicy.
a little tiny bit of Thai chilies.
Oh, good. Oh my goodness. I'm having a great time. If you're going to do this on a live stream, maybe just figure out what works for your kitchen prior to creating the lovely shrimp.
Oh, you're doing a terrible job, Eric. You're falling into the sauce.
Yeah, this one fell immediately. You know what? I think we should get rid of the evidence.
Was it good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your sauce is delicious. Wow. It's got a little bit of kick.
It's okay, this little Asian sauce is going to have a little kick too. We like kicks. Good swift kick in 2020's arse. That's what we have.
Let's get rid of 2020 with a good swift kick.
Okay, so I will assemble a couple of the bao buns now for you just to show you how we're going to do them. So again, they just separate nicely into this beautiful little pocket. We're going to fill that with some of the cochinita.
This looks very, I don't know.
Then we're going to add a little bit of that slaw. And then a thin slice of avocado.
Okay, I'm bringing this over because that is worth a close-up.
I know, look at this beauty. There it is, a nice little handheld bun for your New Year's Eve celebration.
Beautiful. Yeah, it looks really good. And those bao buns, if you follow the recipe that you did earlier and steam them up, they're sweet, they're puffy, they have a
Oh, the texture is unbelievable. And it's just the same. I basically use the same dough for everything. Oh, speaking of, yes, perfect. Good thing that I remembered. I had extra dough left over, so I made a loaf of bread, and then I almost forgot that I was making a loaf of bread.
No. Oh, and I made bread. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
Maybe
great.
like 5 minutes too long because, like I said, I forgot that I was making bread. See, when you get sidetracked and have too many things going on, and you don't remember. So now we're just going to brush that.
What are you brushing it with, Carrie?
I'm actually just brushing it with olive oil.
Perfect.
They're beautiful.
That's the finished product for the shrimp cocktail. Definitely you've seen better presentation.
Aaron's presentation is outstanding. Okay, so now the last little treat for our New Year's Eve finger food celebration. I just had to, every once in a while, just crave the beautiful saltiness of just a little bit of caviar. So,
Well, if we put on our outfits for something, it might as well be caviar.
right? So here, I actually just have some little crostinis, and they have a dollop of cream cheese and a thinly sliced slice of cucumber, and then we're just going to add a little bit of caviar to the top of each one of these. Trying to be dainty here, and it's not working.
And the balance of the fresh, light cucumber and the
Salty hit of
salty
the caviar.
and what do you want to say? Like it's got a pretty pronounced and distinct flavor with the caviar. It's a nice blend, especially with the cream cheese and the crostini.
Oh, and
Kind of
could you
puts
do
it
me a
all
favor?
together. Yeah.
In the fridge, in the crisper, is some dill. Would you grab that for me?
Absolutely.
Some of these have more, some of these have less. Did that because not everybody loves the caviar. And we ever can get a little bit of the taste of
There's
it.
no dill, there's just an F.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Schroeder. You're such an idiot.
Wouldn't be New Year's without a dad joke in there.
Oh.
This is for topping there, or where's it going?
Yeah, I'm just gonna dice some up and top it.
Very good.
And then, oh, we still have some lime juice, so that's
Yep,
good.
lots of lime juice left.
Perfect.
Is that enough?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so, eh?
That's lots. Where did I put mine? Alright. So I'm just gonna dice up some of this dill nice and fine. This is just a nice little sprinkle.
No, it's just in the crisper, and I noticed
Oh, yes,
new
there
level of
is.
Prosecco.
There is. You should
That's
probably
nice.
open that now, because what we can do is, now that we're getting fairly close to being able to feast on our beautiful appies, we should probably have a glass of sangria.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna put the sangria with the champagne, no doubt.
Yes. So I'm just going to drizzle just a little bit of fresh lime juice on these lovelies.
We did bottle of champagne for some mimosas on, was it Boxing Day?
No, yeah, Boxing Day.
It was Boxing Day. And I had the hardest time getting the cork off, trying to do it in a controlled fashion. So today, hopefully,
Oh my god, you nailed it!
just the way that it should. And no leaking, it's good, it's perfect. So I'm gonna put this here, and I will grab that sangria that Carrie made earlier today, and we'll see if we can put something together.
Yes, what you can do is grab a couple of champagne glasses, about half with sangria, and then top it with the champagne.
You want these ones?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And one thing that's also really lovely to do is if you can scoop a little bit of that lovely fresh
Oh.
fruit.
Yeah, I think I should use a much larger glass.
Oh, well then get those ones right there.
Well, that's a better idea. Did everybody see that yesterday? Or earlier today, I think.
No, it was earlier
Bring it
today.
up. Beautiful sangria. But yeah, these are great champagne flutes, but too small. Too small for New Year's.
Not when you need a really big glass.
That's better. You want to start with the sangria?
Yeah, half sangria and half champagne with a little bit of that fresh fruit in there. Whoop. Drop in my avocado slices. Keep those covered until we need to serve.
Oh yeah.
Put fresh fruit in there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, tidy up my sloppiness. And I think we are almost ready to eat. And our daughter is around here somewhere, but I think she's hiding. She's trying to avoid this little video celebration that we're having for New Year's. So, yeah, we'll have to share with her later. Oh, I'm so excited!
Don't worry about that. Shall
Okay, so from the woman, the whisk, and the wardrobe, we'd like to wish every one of you a happy new year. Let's get rid of 2020 and let's look forward to what 2021 has to bring to us. And yeah, things will get better. Love you all. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Cheers. Oh, yeah, that's